Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. It is Wrestle Relaunch here with another episode with Villanonymous, also known as Keith, alongside with Paul here. And today we are going to review the March 1st, 2025 Elimination Chamber. And oh boy, boys, how this pay per view sank down the hill.
I wanted to like this. I wanted to like this. I wanted to like this. I wanted to like this.
It was very early on. It looked like my prediction of the road to WrestleMania was getting very bad, and it started to come true.
And it became true slowly because we kick it off with the not the Raw, but the women's Elimination Chamber, which had Cora Jade, Naomi, Bianca Belair, Roxanne,
Excuse me.
and Bailey.
Not Cora Jade.
Oh, sorry, you guys got me there. Naomi, Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, Bailey. I almost said Becky Lynch, so I think I might need some memory cells help here. So it was
Bianca,
Liv Morgan,
Naomi,
Bianca.
Liv,
Uh huh.
Roxanne, Alexa.
There you go.
Uh huh.
Alexa Bliss and Bailey.
There we go.
There
And
you
you
go.
need to start on some memory supplements tomorrow.
There you go.
Ginkgo biloba.
It's been a long night with this, and you guys, who wants to celebrate the surprise because Naomi and Liv Morgan kicked off this match, but before
No,
they
they
even
didn't.
started,
No, they didn't.
Uh,
before they even started it,
Jade started off this match with an ass beating.
yep,
Oh, that was so
yep,
fire. That spot with the door was beautiful. Like, just
yes.
beautiful. We got Jade Cargill's music hit. As soon as the bell rang, Jade Cargill's music hit and the building went crazy because they knew it was coming. And Liv started to panic in the middle of the ring, and Jade stormed into the cage, and she went right after Liv and then hit a direct left turn and beat the absolute dog piss out of Naomi. It was so beautiful. Because we know that Naomi and Bianca did this shit. We know that Liv and Rochelle didn't do this. Like it's been clear forever for anybody who's ever seen WWE ever. It's never the bad guys that actually target the would be good guys. It's always the jealous partner. It's always the jealous partner. Come on now. Even AEW knows that it's always the jealous partner.
Yeah, my notes, I wrote down that was the best use of Jade Cargill to date since they brought her in.
That spot with the door was absolutely violent, and
Yeah.
it was a nice breath of fresh air. It's like they didn't treat them like Barbie dolls. Like they actually let them beat the hell out of each other. Am I wrong, or was this an actually like
No,
was this a violent pay per view?
it was very vicious on part of the ladies tonight.
Yeah,
I
like
want to
that.
say that this was probably the most. This was more brutal than a certain one-on-one match that happened at fucking earlier later in the night.
I'll tell you right now that right hand that Alexa hit Bianca with was the most ferocious looking thing I've seen in months. Like that just stiff ass right hand. Just I was like, oh, that looked flush. But clearly nobody got hurt. Clearly it wasn't a botch spot. Clearly it wasn't a miss spot. It's not all over X. It's not all over TikTok. It's not all over Instagram. That's because
And yeah,
Alexa
there you
knows what
go.
she's doing.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's something. But with Jade getting in there, Naomi was eliminated. Then following that, Bianca entered, and was
Yay.
yeah. Look at see, he's excited.
I knew it
And
was
then
going to come out there.
Roxanne. Correct me if I'm wrong. Roxanne entered next, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alexa Bliss entered next.
No, Alexa was
Bailey.
last.
See, I knew something was up.
Yep.
My notes say otherwise, but I guess Alexa was in, and I think I missed some of the women's wrestlers because after Alexa was in my notes, it says Bailey was eliminated. So I missed quite a few of these. But who was after Roxanne Perez?
Liv, Bianca, Roxanne. No, Bailey was after Roxanne,
Yeah,
and then it
yeah.
was
All right,
Alexa
Bailey,
was last.
and then yeah, there you go. Bailey gets eliminated. Um, Roxanne was eliminated. Alexa Bliss was in the final trio with Liv and Bianca, and then was eliminated. And then Bianca and Liv Morgan fucking, I guess, fought, and then Bianca beat Liv Morgan, and Paul's favorite wrestler, Bianca Belair, is now going to WrestleMania to fight either Io Sky or Rhea Ripley, and we're all very excited. So now I don't want to talk about this match anymore, and I'm gonna give it a 0 out of 10, just because I don't want to see that. No one wants to see that. Both of the women's matches this year, I don't want to see because I'm going to be scared of the outcome. Charlotte don't deserve another fucking belt, and Bianca Belair does not deserve another belt. So, um,
I understand Sponge's frustration. This match definitely was not a 0 out of 10, just for the factor of Jade Cargill alone. Gave it at least a 5.
no, Jade Cargill
Roxanne
wasn't
looked
even part
great.
of the match.
Roxanne looked
Everyone,
great. Liv looked great, and I don't like Liv. This whole channel, throughout our history, knows I'm not a big fan of Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan looked really good tonight. Roxanne looked really good. Bailey's always really good. And Alexa looked like she's missed no time. My only problem was the finish. I gave this match at least an 8.
woo, yeah. What did you give this match?
Um, well, I just had some few observations here. I thought they were doing a big hype job on Roxanne, so I was like, oh, maybe they're going to pull the trigger. Um, I did think that Alexa should have took Lily into the pod with her. I thought that would have been cool. Um, Cole was just irritating me tonight, like calling the one move a code breaker when it was a backstabber, not a
Yeah,
code
he called
breaker.
it a reverse code breaker. I'm just like, boy,
Mm,
come on now. Like Carlito's
That's never
on
come
Raw.
out.
Don't do him dirty like that.
That massive right from Alexa to Bailey was, yeah, it looked like it. She was. I've never seen her be that vicious, which was good,
I have, and
and
that's
she
the
did.
number one reason why she's my favorite all time women's wrestler. Like Alexa Bliss is literally 5 feet of fury. She knows what she's doing and makes it look as violent as humanly possible without it actually hurting anybody.
I guess I just haven't seen it in so long.
I mean, she's
I
been
was
gone. She did
surprised
have a
by it.
baby. I mean, come on, she's been gone for a while.
Oh,
The lady had skin
and
cancer and a
babies.
baby.
Yeah,
I did have a question. If there's no rules in the chamber match, why can't you do a pinfall on the deck outside the ropes?
you
Wait, wasn't
used to
it?
be
Wait,
able
wasn't it?
to. Yeah,
Yeah, I was
I
about
knew
to say yeah.
exactly where Sponge was going. We've all played the WWE video games. You used to be able to pin somebody on the outside, and then like it kind of cheapened it down, and like the fans complained too much, so then they only did it in the ring, and then the fans complained too much that it wasn't like the video game. Like you can't win. Like
No, you
this
can.
is why you get stuff like tonight, but we'll get there. But
Right.
I think it's a
I'll
little
bring this
goofy.
up.
I think it's like, to shift away from that. I think it's a little goofy. I know it's much safer, but the elimination chamber looks less painful than it did 10 years ago. The floor is literally
Padded.
soft mat
Yeah.
versus versus the back then it was just the base the steel plates, which
Yeah.
I know it's for the safety of the wrestlers, but I would prefer it because it makes this chamber look less brutal. And each pod break spot, because there was one today, they look weaker now than they did a couple 10 years ago. 2015, yeah, because 2015 was like the last year they did the original elimination chamber.
Yeah, but somebody got
Uh,
cut. Somebody got cut by that spot.
Yeah.
Those years ago when the plexiglass broke the wrong way. Like
no, but
you
you can
have to
still
use the
make
cheaper, safer stuff now.
hey, but you can still make sugar glass look better and still blade yourself if you want to, than
Cry
the
me a
cheaper
river.
plastic they use now that just kind of bends like a door.
I had to say it when he
But
said the word glass. I had to say cry me a river
Yeah,
when he said
moving
glass.
yeah.
forward, moving along,
I
I didn't watch the tag. Oh, go ahead, Paul.
I just I wrote down in my notes, cue the internet wrestling community's outrage that Roxanne was eliminated. Um, so I'll get hate for that
Can we
too.
can we cue the tribalism for Michael Cole saying that Chris Jericho invented the Elimination Chamber tonight?
I was so shocked that he
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 did
said
did.
that.
that.
He really did.
I
He
thought
He
he.
did.
said, "Oh,
I thought
Chris
Jericho.
Jericho, the creator of this type of." I was like, "What the fuck?" No, Eric Bischoff did that.
I thought Jericho was the one that helped create the Money in the Bank, not the Chamber.
Well, remember,
He
Chris
did.
Jericho also won the first ever Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
So that's something. But
But and why at the end, as the end of the match was coming up, why the fuck was Bianca no selling everything that Liv did?
Super Bianca. It's WrestleMania season.
God damn.
that's your
And
favorite women's wrestler, Paul.
I do not want to see Bianca versus Rhea.
I
And
don't.
then I put maybe it's a possible that Rhea loses it to Monday, and then or maybe get a triple threat at Mania. I don't know.
I don't get it. It's like Sponge's favorite female wrestler came back and won the Royal Rumble and is going to WrestleMania and he's mad about it. And Paul's favorite female wrestler won the Elimination Chamber tonight and is going to WrestleMania and he's mad about it. I don't understand.
I didn't hear you guys at all because my fucking mic disconnected. So all I heard was Sponge, and then silent, and then I heard all again. But
Don't worry,
they
you'll
were
hear it.
probably
You'll hear it
irrelevant.
on the playback.
It was
Yeah,
probably irrelevant and not true. But
Oh,
following this,
I
I
know
didn't
Paul
watch this
laughed.
match.
what?
I don't care, and also following up to the next match, I didn't watch it. Like I didn't care as well. The tag team match with Trish Stratus, Tiffany Stratton versus the Refrigerator, and the woman that is on my TV because why? Um, you guys can talk amongst yourself on this one.
Yeah, I wrote. I mean, the team that should have won. Um, the only other thing I have to say, and I'm sorry if I be the creepy old man here, but the uh, the outfit that Trish Stratus wore, I I guess I've never I paid too much attention to the boobs and not so much to her ass because it was
Mm-mm.
very nice.
Way to go. Way to go, Paul.
Yes, but that
He
was
led
about it.
with it. He led with it. He told you where he was going with it, and then he went there. He got there.
Yep, yep.
He got there.
Hey,
That's
we got there.
that's good on you, Paul. You got there.
Yeah, yeah.
This match
150.
gave you anything that you wanted. This match gave you nostalgia with Trish Stratus. It gave you the big hometown atmosphere. It gave you Nia Jax not winning, and it let Tiffany Stratton look somewhat unstoppable heading into WrestleMania against Charlotte. I don't have a problem with this match. This is the only match of the night that wasn't told like complete dumpster fire.
Even with Nia in it. Yeah.
Even with Nia Jax has become one of the most reliable women on the roster. Of all the years that we used to joke around about how dangerous she was, she's become one of the most reliable workers in that company, and I actually commend her efforts. Like I see that she's gotten better, and I understand why she's in these big spots now. Like, if she was still running around dumping Io Sky on her head and leaving her out for 3 to 4 months, like no, like we can't be doing that. Like you have some of the best women in the world in this company. Like you can't be injuring people and sending them off because you have some of them that are already missing to begin with. I had absolutely no problem with this match. This match did everything that it was supposed to do. It was a feel good spot. It was a Toronto crowd. It was a Toronto baby face. There's nothing more you can say about it. And then Sponge's favorite match of the night happened.
No. And then they played a rock package building up the segment was next. And then they played a segment of the real match that was up fucking next. And now that we're past a certain fucking limit, I can fucking say fucking as
Oh,
much
here
as
we
I
go.
fucking want you to,
Oh,
because this
we're getting
fucking
AEW pay per view again. Double or nothing. Here we go.
this fucking match was fucking stupid and fucking garbage and fucking phony and fucking exposing to this fucking business the reason why none of us at a time would not be taken serious as a fan of pro fucking wrestling at one point in our one lives is because of these two fucking morons who want to do shit. Okay, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, great fucking talent, great in the fucking ring, great on the fucking mic. We've seen this shit way too many fucking times. In a fucking unsanctioned match, okay, cool or whatever, right? They better put them. They're gonna go to tables. They're gonna hit each other with chairs. We're gonna see them in the crowd. Preset tables in the crowd, preset garbage in the crowd, and whatever. But when you pull out a fucking chair with barbed fucking wire, I better see some fucking blood. And I looked at my wife and I said, if there's no fucking blood, this is a 0 out of fucking garbage 10, and I'm gonna stop watching this match. Guess what? He smacked him 9 fucking times with that fucking chair, put him to that fucking chair, put 17 to that fucking chair, broke the fucking chair with barbed fucking wire in it, and I saw no fucking blood.
And
They
hit him
covered
with a
up the
drop toe
sponsors.
hold on the chair. Face first.
Yep,
Literally face
they
first.
covered the fucking sponsors because of how apparently violent it was gonna be, but fucking no blood. Yet in the later events there was, which we'll get to.
We'll
But
get there.
I hated this fucking match. It was fucking stupid, and it was fucking fake and phony. And I'm done. And you guys can. And I gave it a 0 out of 10 in my notes.
I wasn't looking forward to this match. Um, I do like how the referee wasn't wearing his normal referee shirt and the turnbuckles were blacked out. I mean, that just gives you the okay, it's unsanctioned bit. So it was neat.
I'd give you that,
Um,
but
yeah,
Ron Zapata was wearing the blacked out shirt.
the
No,
gloves.
no, nothing. Um, I, I I can't back you on that because like as soon as he went down, Charles Robinson came running down in the blue
Yeah, I know
WWE
in his
official
shirt.
shirt. Like I was like, why?
Well, that's on them. That's continuity thing. That's on Triple H. But I
Oh come on!
mean,
We even saw CM Punk switch to a freaking referee shirt last year, spur of the moment, and run down. Come on, like Charles Robinson has to know if it's not sanctioned, you're gonna have referees go down because there are no rules.
it's unsanctioned. Yeah,
Sponge,
yeah. When
you
it
get to bring it
finally,
back. You actually get to say the two words that Cornette lives by with no disqualification, because that's what this match was. Say
but
it.
when it finally started getting brutal, that's when like there is no blood. Where's the blood? You
Lazy booking.
can't
There you
have
go.
this unsanctioned match and not have blood. And then Michael Cole was bothering me because he kept yelling to them to stop. Somebody stop this. You stop this. They can't hear you, Cole.
Yeah.
Only us watching can hear you.
That was the best. He's so stupid.
And if you want to say that, Cole, go stop that shit yourself. Go get it there or some shit if you don't want to watch it.
Right.
But yeah, match was a 0 out of fucking 10.
This match
Well,
did everything that it was predicted to do. This match made Kevin Owens beat the hell out of Sami Zayn again. Sami Zayn's going to be gone for a while. He's going to get time off. And lo and behold, what are we going to wind up getting at WrestleMania now? Kevin and Randy.
yep.
Because out came Randy. Like, duh. Like, this night was both awful, boring, and predictable. See how I said three things when I said both? That's how awful it was. It was awful, it was boring, and it was predictable. Every single spot, including the main event. We'll get there.
We're now gonna enter that slogan. So in following this, it was the men's elimination chamber, which had Seth Franklin, Idiot Rollins, C Mike Mussolini, CM Punk, Bald Cena, Who Cares Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre,
And who cares
and
even less, Logan Paul?
No, Logan Paul.
yeah, I forgot about him. That's how much I don't give a about him. because Logan Paul comes out waving a flag in a different country.
I mean, it's it's
It was
it's it's classic WWE to be waving
classic
to be waving a flag in a
WWE,
foreign country. Classic.
classic heel, not even classic WWE, classic territorial shit. You know, you had the Sheik
Yeah.
Didn't
going in there
didn't
representing.
didn't didn't JBL get in trouble for that in Germany?
No, JBL got in trouble for what was it? Wiping his nose on a flag in another country. I know Jericho got in a lot of trouble for that shit.
Yep.
Didn't Sean too?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But Sean had the money for that shit. Like JBL wasn't
Yeah.
making Shawn Michaels money.
Yeah, there you go. So there's that.
And
I'll leave it to that.
we got those six guys, and I sent the message to our little group while we were taking our notes, and I said, This match has to start off with Seth and Drew. It doesn't make sense any other way." And lo and behold, Seth and Drew. Because you're not going to let Logan start because he's going to have to go for 45 minutes. No. You're not going to let Old Man Cena start. No. You got to build to that
No.
moment. You're not going to let Punk start. He was antagonizing everybody from his pod for a half hour. It was beautiful. You couldn't let Damien start because there's no, like, Damien and Drew doesn't draw to start the match. So Drew and Seth was the only possible start to that match, and that's how it went. And then Drew was quickly dispatched shortly after that.
Yeah, Drew.
I was
That's.
shocked that Priest
Mm-hmm,
got the pin on
mm-hmm.
him.
it was
Uh,
it was kind of a slow build, and I did message the group and I said, "Hey, can we get Jade Cargill out here to beat up Seth?" Like, I just wanted a repeat of the whole Naomi thing. Jade had like the loudest pop of the night, which was horrifying.
well, it went like this. Damian Priest enters. Logan Paul enters. John Cena enters. Drew McIntyre is eliminated. Damian Priest eliminated because Drew McIntyre assaulted him after he was eliminated.
Yeah.
So you know where that's going. Punk enters.
WrestleMania.
Logan Paul eliminated. And it's the final three. It is the final three, and I had goosebumps. I felt nervous. Well, before I felt super nervous. They double team on Seth Rollins, Punk and then Cena are going back and forth, and then they put him on the sideline, and then Punk and Cena go at it amazingly. They hug each other before that, and they're happy to be there, and they go off and off and off, and then Seth gets back involved, and then they build it up like, oh my God, Seth's about to eliminate fucking CM Punk. CM Punk reverses. They go back with reversals. Fucking Rollins is about to get GTS, then he reversed it. Then Cena comes back up and AA's him, and then Punk gets him with the GTS, and then he's still standing, gets him with an AA, and Punk eliminates Seth Rollins out of my TV screen. But as he walks out,
Not quite.
the door is still open, but we'll get there. It is Cena and CM Punk going back and forth. It's a lot of fun. Cena puts him in an STFU. He's pulling himself out of it. The door again still open. My nerves are racking, and I know something's gonna fucking happen. You see a stupid purple foot. Punk gets curb stomped, and Cena puts Punk away with the STFU. And now Cena is going to fight the American Dragon, Cody Rhodes at
No.
WrestleMania.
That again, it was the right two to start the match. It was the right two to end the match. Like, this had to come
Sure.
down to Punk and Cena. Like, there was no other way that you could have gotten this match over the way that it went over without having Punk and Cena at the final. Now, that whole moment that they had in the ring where, Cena went for a handshake and Punk went for a hug, like, you saw a whole lot of that tonight. Like, Bailey had that kind of energy when she saw Alexa in the women's chamber at the beginning. Like, she walked over, she did one of Alexa's taunts, smiled at her, waved at, like, some of these people haven't been around in a while, and like, they were missed. Like, Punk and Cena haven't seen
Mhm.
each other in a while. Like this was a lot of fun. Like this is why you want to be a wrestling fan at this point, because it's like it's fun shit like that. Like these guys don't have to go out there and hug just for the fans' enjoyment. They did that for themselves. But yeah,
It was a fun moment, but Cena winning, uh, before what happened, when Cena won, I got up and kicked the shit out of a bunch of boxes. But because again, it's one of those things. I'm mad as fuck because Punk didn't get a victory. I'm not mad at the outcome. But
Sponge
I
was
was mad at the
Jade.
outcome.
Sponge was
I
Jade.
was
The
mad.
boxes
I
were
was. I
Naomi.
was. If any of you guys were in front of me, I would have beat the absolute shit out of you guys. But but if whatever what but then next the American Dragons theme song hits. Everyone hits the whoa, the pyro. He gets in the ring. He stares down at John Cena's soul, and they're looking at each other. And then the Rock's music hits, and then Fiend plays in the middle of it, and then Travis Scott comes out, and then the Rock comes out, and then the Rock and Travis Scott are out there. They're walking down. They walk up there. The Rock asks him, Cody, I'm gonna give you my hand. You better answer now, Cody. What is your answer? And what does Cody Rhodes, the American Dragon, says?
No,
He says,
it's
"Go fuck yourself."
It's Christian Cage, the American Nightmare.
Nah, that you kind of blew that moment. He says, "Go fuck yourself," and the crowd is ballistic, and John Cena is in the back jumping for joy. And then he hugged John Cena, and then The Rock looks at John Cena in the eyes, and he says, "You better lick them licks, boy." And he puts his fingers up, 1, 2, balls kicked, just like Shinsuke Nakamura to AJ Styles. John Cena turns on Cody Rhodes, and for the first time in 25 years, we're getting a real life heel turn from John Cena. Now, as they trio brutally assault Cody Rhodes live on television, Cena grabs the Rolex and punches the shit out of Cody for real. Because did you see the purple on his face, the
Yeah.
swelling? Punches the shit out of him with a Rolex. Travis Scott grabs him for some reason and puts him back down, and grabs him for some reason and then smacks him in the head. And then they press him down, and The Rock is whipping him and whipping him and whipping him, taking it back to those times. But it's fucking embarrassing. But I was shocked. I sat there and I was like, damn, I would never have expected this shit. Like, this is not the ending. I was just expecting, oh, he's gonna decline and adios, good night. Shitty pay per view ending. This is the worst pay per view of the year. It still is the worst pay per view of the year so far. But if that ending was very insane, it was just like you were not gonna guess that. If anything, you would have thought The Rock would have beat the shit out of fucking Cody just to beat the shit out of Cody because he's mad, right? But I didn't think we'd get a heel Cena, and we're getting a heel Cena. So without further ado, it's time for villain and Paul's comments.
Well, we had this. This was set up like even the sharpest tool in the safety drawer of the IWC on social media will tell you that they saw this coming with whoever won the chamber. Like Cody was gonna say no to The Rock, and The Rock was gonna take whoever won the chamber and be like, "All right, cool, you won the chamber. It's your spot. Here, I'm gonna help you beat Cody now." Like no matter who it was, like a whole lot of us thought it was gonna be Punk, and a whole lot of people thought it was gonna be Drew, because Drew wouldn't have been a bad spot either. But Cena was a nice flex because nobody saw Super Cena turning full on Super Cena, because we all thought it was going to be Homelander Cody against Super Cena, because that would have made more sense. But now you have babyface Cody getting the the ruffle stomped out of him all day long, every day up until WrestleMania by John Cena and The Rock. And what's wrong with Travis Scott, by the way? Like, I gotta ask, anybody else see him take like 12 sips of his drink in 7 seconds?
Yeah,
You know
because he
what? He
doesn't
was
know what he's
bugging.
doing.
He was fucking bugging. You see him in the corner fucking tweaking out? Like, I don't know. He was
Yeah,
on.
he picked up Cody and put him down, and picked up Cody and put him down. He took a sip of his drink and put it down. He took a sip of his drink, put it down. I'm like, what? What is going on with Travis Scott? Like, I get it. Like, I'd be nervous as shit in that situation too. So, like, I'm just talking shit at this point. But like 12 sips in 7 seconds, I'm an energy drink addict, but I can't even do that. Like,
Eh.
that's special dedication. And I've been drinking this shit for 17 years.
Well, there you go. That was the way they ended. You know what? My biggest issue with Peacock is why do they keep ending the pay per view stream and then starting it over again to just show Cody in pain? Did you guys get? Was that happening for your feed too?
Yeah.
They kept ending and then going back, and then ending and then going back, and I'm like, why the fuck do they keep doing that shit?
So we have some takeaways from this. Like Drew is gonna get into the head of Seth. We're probably gonna have that again somewhere before WrestleMania. Because oh look, you were all obsessed with Punk, and look what you did. Like you sprung this big John Cena monster to to go up with The Rock. Now nobody can stop them. Like congratulations, you doomed us all. Like Drew's gonna go on his road to WrestleMania absolute fire of a social media tour because he's been great the last 2 years leading into WrestleMania. Um, I don't know what it really does for Logan Paul because like I got nothing. Drew and Damian is probably the move at WrestleMania in a full on match, which nobody wants to see again because they did that like 5 times last year and nobody liked any of the 5 matches. Um, it's definitely going to be Seth and Roman because Roman is going to just make fun of him the worst and be like, "You thought I was bad? Look at The Rock! Like he just stole John Cena." Like it's going to get fun before it gets good. You know what I mean? Like it'll be fun. It won't be good for a while, but it'll be fun for a while. Like I'm going into the 2 live shows next week, which I can't wait to go to NXT, especially after what happened tonight and at WrestleMania and at Royal Rumble. Like I get to see Stephanie versus Julia. I don't have to see Charlotte. I don't have to see Bianca. Like this is gonna be fun. Like wrestling's supposed to be
Well,
fun.
just at the press conference, John Cena came out and sat down and grabbed the microphone, dropped it, and then left.
Ooh, he's so bad.
Oh, he's scary. He's pushing the edge right there. So
The
he did.
Rock says,
He told us that he was going to do this last month. By the way, he told us flat out that what's best for business is him headlining WrestleMania, and then walked out, not smiling, not talking to the crowd, not talking to the press, not answering any questions. Just what's best for business is me going on and headlining WrestleMania. Just walks out. Okay, like we
that
should
was a
have known
very
this was
heel.
coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have saw it, but we were too caught up in we were misdirected.
Well, we were
You
we
know
were
what?
we were all at that spot where we were like, you know what? If Cena's gonna declare himself for the Elimination Chamber, yeah, he can do that. Like he can actually call his spot like that because
Yeah.
he's John Cena. Like we weren't worried about what he was saying. We were like, oh shit, he's gonna be in the chamber. Like we knew he was gonna be in the chamber, but like he flat out was just no. I earned my spot here. I'm taking it. Like okay,
You know what? The same watch Cena used to beat down Cody on the Raw after Mania. On the Raw after Mania, he gave him the watch. The Rock gave him that watch, remember? And he
yeah.
said, "Don't break my heart again." And tonight he broke his heart again by rejecting that offer, and he paid for it. Isn't that long-term storytelling?
Yeah, but then Cena broke Cody's watch and Cena broke Cody's balls. Like it wasn't great. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Triple
I
H
mean,
says the main event of WrestleMania. Sorry to cut you off, Paul.
no, go
Triple
ahead.
H says the main event of WrestleMania spot is still up in the air and not completely locked in.
Yeah,
What the hell do you mean by that?
I have to
He
I
just
have to imagine that for all of us that have been wondering, like, well, they were talking all night. Michael Cole was talking about, well, who's going to be able to stop The Rock now? Like, what are we supposed to do? Really? Like Triple H has been telling you for years. He's like, I'm still the boss around here. The Rock can say whatever he wants. Like Punk's favor for Heyman is gonna find its way to Triple H's desk and just be like, you know what? I like it. Let's do it. That is a
Yeah.
horrifying photo.
Bash at the Beach 1996.
Yeah, pretty much. Except John
Yeah.
Cena's not gonna wrestle in two different countries on the same day next week. And John Cena
There was
didn't
some.
press no stinking giant over his head, brother.
I mean, I was surprised by some of the eliminations. You know, Priest getting to eliminate Drew, but again, that's just setting up a match that nobody wants at Mania.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I knew I got super nervous as well when it got down to just Cena and Punk, and I was just like, oh no. And then our worst fears confirmed, and that made it leave a bad taste in my mouth. But then I see why they waited to put that Rock Cody segment on last
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
because if you remember
even
me
if,
in the chat, I was like, "This is stupid." He moved the segment from the middle of the show to the end. But like you're saying, Paul,
They
it
lulled us
made sense.
they lulled us all into a false sense of security. Like we were all excited and nervous at the same time because the last two were
Yeah,
Cena and Punk. Like either way whoever wins that match is going to have a banger against Cody at WrestleMania. That's why we were nervous and excited because we all had who we wanted to win and we all had who we thought was going to win. By the way, I'm going to call this out from last week. Every single one of us was completely wrong on who was winning the men's chamber and who was winning the women's chamber. Because every single one of you had Liv Morgan winning the chamber last week, and
nah, but we changed that on Monday, and you know that, so that doesn't count. But for
yeah,
the men's,
once,
you can
yeah,
absolutely
once,
for the men's you can absolutely say we were wrong because I said Punk, Paul said Punk, and or do we all switch from Drew Punk? Most of us said Punk.
notice how fast, like as soon as Liv and Rochelle won the tag titles on Monday. Notice how fast we were all to be like, "Oh God, watch Bianca win the chamber."
yep,
Like
And our
Liv's,
worst fear came to life.
of course, no. Well,
yes,
Paul's greatest dream came to life. Like that
great.
shit's crazy.
Yes. Mhm.
Well, without further ado, overall, Elimination Chamber was ass. My favorite moment, Punk and Cena, and that heel turn.
Yeah.
Any final comments for you guys for this pay per view?
I can't believe Chris Jericho came up with the Elimination Chamber.
Yep.
Yeah,
That and the F bomb from Cody. I wasn't
Oh shit! Yeah,
expecting
we
that.
didn't. Yeah,
Was not expecting that at all.
I liked Michael Cole and Pat McAfee cussing as well at the end of that shit.
yeah. Michael Cole got mad. Oh, we're supposed to just put up with this shit. Like he pulled
That shit was
he pulled a Pat McAfee.
shit was hilarious. But without further ado, if you made it this far in, and if you made it past my yelling, I appreciate y'all for listening. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed Elimination Chamber. Hopefully, the Raw after the Chamber is really entertaining and good. And hopefully,
Better
we
be.
see more of The Rock and John Cena on a weekly effing basis because this is my issue with this. These are two dumb, bald part timers that from Hollywood that are gonna show up here and then show up when WrestleMania is right around the corner, and it's gonna be annoying. So, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share out. And my final word for here is I hope these two bald part timers show up and show out. Um, those are my final words. Now,
As
Paul and Villain, kick
as
it
in
off.
for everybody, he's Sponge. That's Paul. I'm Villain. We'll get there.
We'll get there. Yeah. No, my final thought here. is it is now after midnight in my Eastern time zone, and it is my birthday today. So happy birthday to me, motherfuckers!
Yeah! Happy
So
birthday,
yeah, happy
Paul.
birthday
Bianca won the
to
fucking
the
chamber.
on his
That was
fucking
my
birthday,
present.
That was his present, yeah.
and we got the big better Paul than the Paul running the Pauls.
Oh, God. Everybody, if you're in here, like, subscribe, wish Paul a happy birthday in the comments. Like, let us know you got this far. Let us know you got there.
You got there.